Peggy 18.
Death hath cast its shadow o'er this land. All hope seemeth lost, yet still thou dost fight. Why? What seekest thou in the dark? A touch of warmth? A gold coin or two? No. Deep within these folds of flesh, you and I both know. Death has judged us rightly. For we are but beasts, unworthy of salvation.
Hi everyone, Bandana here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Hunger. That was the trailer that we got today, the gameplay. And I thought we'd just have a quick look through. I don't want to make the video too long and pause it at a few bits and pieces. So let's unpause and then we'll just have a little look through. That's obviously basically the clips from the previous teaser we got from the creators of Hell Let Loose. So, in-game shot, looking very pretty. Not sure what engine it's running in. Has that been mentioned anywhere? I need to have a look. We can see there's the guy there. He's got the rifle on his back, which has the horizontal magazine. This guy has some kind of flintlock weapon, but I'm not sure which one. And the one in front has something else. And all have different backpacks and things on there as well. We've seen, obviously, there are various backpacks. Melee weapons as well. He's got some fancy armour on. I like the helmet. And this is... We saw some screenshots of this area. So it's obviously a forestry camp, a lumber mill or whatever. Probably just the forestry camp rather than the lumber mill as well. What is that up there? It looks like a balloon or something. Up at the back. I'm not sure what that is. This guy has a pistol, I think, is that? Oh, that was the little pistol with multiple shots that must fire at once. The 5 shots or whatever it was. Interesting. This is the loading of that weapon. So that's the horizontal loading. The horizontal clip. Again, very, very pretty. Lots of lovely lighting effects. That's the castle. Now, I thought that was the chateau that you were based in, but maybe it's not? Or maybe it is. I'm honestly not sure, since he's wandering around it. Maybe there's just similar type buildings in the environment. Bloater. I get a lot of verticality here. I'm assuming you can be up on the top bits. A balloon. That's a balloon. Up at the top of the screen there. So there are balloons, but I'm not sure why. There are caves and tunnels by the looks of it, because that's what these guys are going into here. Right, that must be the chateau. Need to go back slightly. There we go. That must be the chateau. Because there's other people there, I guess. There must be developers, and then I'm assuming there are NPCs and stuff around here. So this is like a communal area. Maybe it's for your team, or maybe other people can appear there as well. But this must be the chateau, and again, there's the balloon.
A touch of warmth.
Looting. Okay, let's have a look at this screen. So, silver key will open more advanced locks. Great, so we know that there are keys. We've seen those. What else have we got here? We've got a sword. We've got blue items and green items. I assume white is standard. Green is uncommon. Blue is going to be rare, I'm guessing. Or something along those lines. Okay, let's move on. Reinforced ranged weapon chest. So there's going to be a ranged weapon in there. You've already got a holster down at the bottom there. 0 of 25 ammo for some kind of ranged weapon. 4 keys. Some wine. Some what looks like powder or flour. Some soup perhaps, or gruel in a bowl. 13 pouches, is that? I'm not sure. Some decent looking armor. And also, oh, so there's a sling. They've got a backpack and a sling in the equipment. So the sling is for the ranged weapon. Okay, like the hunter's sling we saw in the other screenshots. I assume this is some kind of vendor or quest giver. Maybe they do both. Maybe they just give quests. Okay. Inventory. Okay, now, full credit to Psycho Ghost. I saw a little bit of his video on this, because when I spotted this in the trailer, I wonder if he'd spoken to the devs. He has a lot more access to the devs than the rest of us, or the smaller members of the content creation community have, I think. And he's had a lot of chats with them and stuff. So he was rightly concerned, and I was concerned when I saw it. The Sapper's helmet reduces additional damage from headshots by 50%. That's because there is a double damage bonus when you get a headshot. However, it reduces the bonus damage by 50%. So it doesn't reduce it completely. So if you do 100 damage and you did 200 from a headshot, you'd still do 150 damage from the headshot. So it'll make you last a bit longer, but won't make you invincible. But we'll see how the armor pans out. You know, I think that's difficult. I see some purple items there, which are obviously the next level up from what I'm assuming is rare, so epic, maybe. I honestly don't know. Maybe they're going to have epic and legendary. There's obviously going to be quite nice equipment in this, a bit like Tarkov in that respect. Let's move on. So, vendor, merchant. So this is the medic, I guess, merchant. Pyro, he's called. And you can see he's got lots of potions and tonics and things with him. Another shot of the... Is this? So this is the merchant. Okay. So this is what you can buy off him. That's not medical stuff. I was expecting him to be a medic, but... So we've got pistols, we've got armor, a dagger, a baseball bat or a club, something that I assume is healing potion or similar. Oh no, it's not healing potion. It's the powder for reloading weapons. It's the powder. Yeah. You can see it down there, of course. And then another rifle, and you can see weapon here. Brown Betty takes crude ammunition. Staple of the British Standing Army before the end. Popular rifle to be found across the continent. So I'm assuming that's this one. So we're getting a little bit of information about what these weapons are now. We'll have to have a look at that one online somewhere, see if it existed. Fine. Let's move on. Again, lots of in-game shots. That is a blood pack, which apparently heals you very slowly. But again, very, very pretty graphics. Curious what this is running on.
Deep within these
Is that a trap? Or, I don't know what that was. I keep pausing it to see if there's anything new on the screen, but I think some of this is sort of screenshots we've seen before. Okay, that is definitely a bloater.
we are but beasts, unworthy of
I wonder if doing damage to the back of enemies does more damage. I wonder if it's like backstabbing. Look at these environments. They are massive. And I'm assuming you can get up on the tops of these cliffs. Maybe you can't. But even then, there's a gully where that bridge is at the bottom there. So you can obviously go down into the gullies. But if this is this like one map area, or is it an entire map? I really don't know. I'm very curious how big these maps are and how it runs, because it is very, very nice looking. Obviously, it's all kind of set up in a certain way. There's no HUD on these, by the way, so I'm assuming you will get hit markers and stuff when you hit someone, but they've removed the HUD for this video. But you can see, you know, a trio versus another trio there shooting each other. But it doesn't seem to be quite like Hunt Showdown in how people go down very quickly and die very quickly. It's going to play differently, I think. It's not going to be like headshot and you're down and dead. This, as you can see, they kind of all just stood out shooting at each other. And whether it's for the video, I'm not sure, but it feels more like you'll be in a prolonged combat with people. Charging with a sword. There's lots of just walking at each other firing. I'm not sure if that's, again, for the sake of the video or not. I'm a little bit worried about that. Are you really that tanky that you can take that many shots? I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, to be honest. It's certainly not going to play like Hunt Showdown in that respect, if it's anything like this trailer is showing off. I think we need to actually have hands on the game and play it to see the kind of damage you're doing. There we go. It does look really good. I have questions about the armor. I have questions about the amount of damage you're taking. And I have questions about how it's going to run. And what it's running on currently. Because it is very nice looking, and there's a lot of different items and stuff that look very pretty on the characters as well. So yeah, lots of questions, but it is looking very good so far. Obviously, you can check it out on Steam, go and wishlist it. You can join their Discord, which they now have a channel for talking in. They're slowly expanding it as they release more information, and fingers crossed we get some more looks at it soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the trailer, and I'll see you all soon.